guys, Saturn here. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? I am finally back to recording YouTube videos. There is a few reasons why I haven't been doing it for a couple of months, and I will go over those in the end card. But first, let's discuss the new trailer that we received for the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and the Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass. So yesterday, we got some new information on the Crown Tundra, Isle of Armor, and obviously some Galarian forms and new Pokemon. It was all in Japanese, so we didn't really understand until the website updated. I will note that on the Games Press website, which is where I get all the artwork and all the stuff that I use in the videos, they did say that it was announced sometime in London, but I don't remember seeing any announcements about that. But anyway, I guess we should probably start off with the new Pokemon. The first thing we saw in the trailer was Galarian Slowbro, a new Psychic Poison type with the ability Quick Draw. It also has a new signature move, Shell Slide Arm, which is a Poison type move. Basically, all it's going to do is it's going to inflict physical or special damage depending on which will damage the target more, which is really quite nice. I think it's a really interesting move. And also, the fact that it could also poison the target is really good as well. And we also know that this is going to at least be Avery's signature Pokemon, because we saw him Dynamax it in the trailer. Clara we don't actually know, but we're going to assume that it's also Slowbro. Next up is Articuno. Now this has now been confirmed as Galarian Articuno, because I saw a rumour saying that it was not, or something. But it is a Psychic Flying type, contrary to people believing it would be a Psychic Ice type. It is the Cruel Pokemon, and it has the ability Competitive. Basically, it has this new move, I believe it's called Freezing Glare, and what it does is I believe it's a Psychic type move, but it can also freeze the opponent, and it has properties that are similar to the Ice type, which is why people thought originally that it was just the basic Articuno. We see a similar thing with Zapdos, the Strong Legs Pokemon, now being a Fighting and Flying type rather than Electric and Flying, and with a new ability of Defiant. Now obviously Zapdos has a new move called Thunderous Kick, which I believe lowers the defense of the Pokemon, or possibly lowers the defense of the Pokemon. I think that this one is a really interesting one, but I think the Flying type, I don't really think that works for Galarian Zapdos, because look at its wings. And yes, I do know that we see it flying during the animation of Thunderous Kick. And then we have Galarian Moltres, by far, well actually not by far, but probably my favourite of the three legendary birds. And it's a dark flying type similar to Yveltal, and it is the Malevolent Pokemon with the ability Berserk. Its new move, which I don't know the name of because I can't remember, can make the opponent flinch, and it just looks really interesting. I'm really excited to have a new dark and flying type legendary. We've had, what, 2 of those now? I can't think of any other dark and flying type non-legendaries, but there we go. Gigantamax Pokemon, we've seen Gigantamax Venusaur officially announced rather than just shown the concept art of. Obviously it's Dark Grass and Poison type, and its new G-Max move is Vine Lash. And basically, similar to G-Max Wildfire for Charizard, we see it keeps damaging the opponent for 4 to 5 turns afterwards, as long as they're not Grass type. And its ability obviously stays the same, it's not a Mega Evolution. And then obviously Blastoise as well. G-Max Cannonade, which is again the same as G-Max Wildfire and G-Max Vine Lash, where it will continue damaging the opponent for 4 to 5 turns unless they're Water type, and obviously its ability and the type will stay the same. I really quite like the design for Blastoise here. It has far more cannons than it's ever had. I'm not entirely sure why. It had, I believe, 3 in the Mega Evolution and 2... No, it wouldn't have been 3 in the Mega Evolution. Was it? Yeah, I think it was. And 2 in its base design, but this time I believe it has 31. Then we see Urshifu. We'll start off with Single Strike style. And this is a Fighting and Dark type with the new G-Max move One Blow, which I believe can attack Pokemon that are using Max Guard or Protect, which is overpowered, and it's going to definitely break competitive. And it has the ability Unseen Fist. Urshifu Rapid Strike form does exactly the same, but with a new move Rapid Flow, and it's Water type rather than Dark type. I don't know, I personally prefer Single Strike, but I don't dislike Rapid Strike. Now we get on to some of the actual new Pokemon. The first is Regieleki, or that's how I'm pronouncing it anyway. This is one of the new legendary Titan Pokemon, which are a series of Pokemon introduced in Generation 3, with Regigigas being added in Generation 4. It's an electric type and it is the Electron Pokemon, and it has the ability, a new ability, Transistor. And we don't know what it does just yet. But it also has this new move, Electric Cage, which allows it to, which is a bit like Sand Tomb and Flame Wheel? Fire Spin, that's the one. Where it continues to damage the opponent after the attack. And then we have Regidrago, or Regidrago, or whatever. Dragon-type Regi Pokemon, and the Dragon Orb Pokemon. It has the ability Dragon's Maw, which we believe is just going to power up Dragon-type moves, from looking at its description on Pokemon.com. But also, fun fact about Regidrago, it's not actually supposed to be a ball with a dragon head. It was originally designed by Regigigas to be a full dragon, but he didn't have enough dragon crystals or whatever to make a full dragon body. It was sealed because people feared that if it was ever completed, then it would rain destruction over the land of Galar. Now let's discuss some of the new characters appearing in the DLC. Let's start off with the Isle of Armor and your rival in the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass, Clara. Clara is a Poison-type user who apparently likes being cute and has a calculating nature. People also theorise that she's teasing a Galarian Dustox, given the bow on her head. Is very similar to Dustox's pattern, but it also looks very different at the same time. She wears a Poison uniform and she is hoping to become a Poison-type gym leader. I think it'd be also interesting to see the actual current Poison-type gym leader, because I remember a rumour saying it would be someone called Sop, but that would have been interesting. And Avery. Avery is the Psychic-type user who's very gentlemanly, but also poses as a formidable rival. Now, while we did see both of these characters in the original trailer, we actually finally got to see them properly in battle models. And we also got to both see their Dynamax animation, and Avery uses his psychic powers to throw his Dynamax Pokemon. And we do know that that is going to be Galarian Slowbro. And then we have this unnamed character. I'm not going to discuss much about Mustard because we didn't learn anything about him because of this. But all we know, I think she's probably Mustard's wife. We don't know actually at all anything about her, other than that she's the person who gives the player either G-Max Venusaur or G-Max Blastoise, and that she will be making Max Soup, which if your Pokemon has the ability to Gigantamax, but for instance, say my Cinderace drank it, then they now would be able to Gigantamax. I have a few Pokemon on my team that I'd definitely like to give that ability to, that being Cinderace, Corviknight, and Colossal. Definitely would be fun to do them. And then we met Peony. I'm really not sure what they were thinking when they were making this name, but Peony is the leader of an exploration team in the Crown Tundra, and will appoint you as the leader of said exploration team. All we know is that he has a daughter who is interested in legendary Pokemon. We haven't met them yet, but it'll be interesting to see whether we actually get to meet them. People are also saying he looks very much like Chairman Rose, and while I do see it, I doubt that they're going to be related. And now let's discuss a few new features coming in the Isle of Armor. Obviously we have the Crown-O-Matic, which is something that allows you to combine up to 4 items to create a new item. I believe that this is most likely the way that we're going to be turning Apricorns into Pokeballs, instead of having Kurt appear like we would have done in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, say. And then we have a new battling feature, Restricted Sparring. Now this, to me, reminded me of when only certain Pokemon allowed. It reminded me a bit of Amity Square in Pokemon Diamond Pearl and Platinum. Like only certain Pokemon are allowed and you have to battle under set conditions. I think that's interesting, but I think there are other ways they could have done this. let's see, we also have 2 new moves, a Grass type 1 and a Fire type 1. Now yes, I am aware that the 21 new moves got leaked, only 2 weeks ago now? The ones that have now been confirmed are Burning Jealousy, which damages all Pokemon and burns any Pokemon that's had its stat boosted during the battle. And Grassy Glide. If you have Grassy Terrain activated, it acts kind of like Surge Surfer for Raichu, where it doesn't just double its speed, though it has a high priority. As in, I believe it's like, probably Pursuit priority? No idea. And now Max Soup. If Pokemon with special potential drinks it, it will be able to Gigantamax. Now something I left out of the new character section is something you can see in the top right corner there. You can see the person wearing the pink top, and it's not just some generic NPC as far as we're aware, because I've never seen that character model before in the games. But I just think it's interesting to note that that could be one of the new characters they've said that they haven't revealed just yet. And here are a few more screenshots where we can see Galarian Slowpoke, Druddigon, Crawdon? No, Kingler, and a few different locations, for instance Mustard's Dojo. Now let's discuss a few things about the Crown Tundra. Raid Den Exploration. I'm not entirely sure what they've called this in English, but from what it looks like here, in this artwork, well, first of all, on the left path there seems to be a trainer which you can battle, and on the other 3 paths there seems to be something to do with fighting a Dynamax Pokemon. I believe that it means that you can face off against, I don't know how many, you might be able to face off against all 4, and then have the battle with the Legendary, but I can't actually make out many of the Pokemon. I'm assuming the second one is going to be Dugtrio, it looks like, and the third one looks like Tauros. But the legendary Pokemon fit into this somewhere, and so we know that all legendary Pokemon are coming back. This was confirmed back in January, but we did actually see the Mewtwo, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Groudon, Kyogre, let's think who else was it, Dialga, Palkia, Reshiram, Zekrom, Xerneas, Yveltal, Solgaleo and Lunala have all been officially confirmed, as well as Giratina we saw. But in the original trailer we also saw Necrozma, I believe, and the legendary beasts as well. Okay, another thing that's interesting, I think it's a shame what they've done here, but I'm quite glad that it's here. The Galarian Star Tournament. Now this is definitely going to be trying to get people into playing competitive Pokemon, because this is a proper multi-battle against facing gym leaders and Leon and rivals alongside one ally, and in this you can see that they've got Marnie and they're facing off against Raihan and Leon. You also can note that the top and the uniform that was shown off at the very end of the Pokemon Direct in January, saying more battle challenges will await you after the game, is now being worn here, so this is making me a little underwhelmed at this, because I was kind of hoping for a proper Pokemon World Tournament, and I actually am going to be doing a video on why I think we can now see the Pokemon World Tournament again, now in 3D. But anyway, here are a few more screenshots. So here we see some of the wild area dens, and some of the trees, which actually look far better than the ones in the wild area. Oh dear lord. And then we can see that it's not all snow, and that's where the tree, this massive tree, which we don't know anything about other than it appears both in the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor. Nobody's talking about the fact that it's actually on the map for the Isle of Armor. And then we see this cathedral that's clearly quite important because it was shown in the artwork for the Crown Tundra. And finally we have the tomb of Eleki and Regidrago. I'm not entirely sure why they have to share a tomb while all the others get unique ones, as we saw from this trailer, but I suppose it's just how Pokemon's going to do it. Now let's discuss all the returning Pokemon we saw in the trailer. In the Isle of Armor we saw Luxray, Absol, Tauros, Scyther, Druddigon, Whismur and Loudred, Soundile, Tangrowth, Exeggutor, Poliwhirl, Politoed, Kangaskhan, Buffalant, Lycanroc, Molga, Mienshao, Fletchinder, Dragouki, Staryu, and Starmie. Now obviously this means a few things, seeing all these different Pokemon. Exeggutor being confirmed to be back. Well, you can imagine how many people are going to meme Dynamaxel and Exeggutor. And it's just nice to see some of the Pokemon here back, like Absol and Luxray, some of my personal favourites that didn't make it into Sword and Shield. I'm really glad to see them back in 3D, catchable in 3D. And I'm also wondering, will they put Purugly and Glameow in? Because they have literally not been catchable since Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, except for for I believe there was like one Mirage area or whatever they were calling it in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and a Hidden Grotto in White 2, I believe. But yeah, very difficult to find, so I'm kind of hoping that they also appear. And in the Crown Tundra, Relicanth, Cryogonal, Swablu, Magmar, Kingdra, Magnezone, Lurantis, and Aggron. We don't actually know where some of these Pokemon are in the Isle of Armor or not, because some of them didn't actually appear in the Crown Tundra area. They just appeared in the part of the trailer which was focusing around the Galarian Star Tournament. For instance, Aggron, Lurantis, Magnezone, Kingdra, and Magmar. But it seems to me that there's going to be a lot of Pokemon coming back, and it's going to be quite nice to see them back. I think it's going to be great to see more Pokemon in HD. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun facing in the Galarian Star Tournament as well. But that's really all we got. It's a lot, but I think it would have been nice to get some clarity on a lot of it as well. Because we didn't actually learn much in regards to clarity and things like that, because they just haven't told us much in English yet, even though it was supposedly announced in London, even though I did not see anything about that. But anyway, this is where I'm going to end off all the talk about the actual expansion pass and news, other than the fact it comes out on June 17th. That's important. The Isle of Armor will be coming out on June 17th. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and just stick around for a little bit if you want to hear about what's going on with the channel. So basically, the last couple of months I have been busy with the fact that we've been under lockdown, and I've also been working on a couple of projects for the channel. The first being a massive video, which I'm not going to discuss what it is just yet, but I am just going to say, look out for it. It's going to be the longest video on this channel by far, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but don't expect it just yet. Can't really say what kind of time frame we're looking for that just yet. But that's not the only reason that obviously the thing I've been working on. I'm also working on doing a full review of Sword and Shield. I was originally going to do a playthrough, but I recorded the first episode, and I don't know what, but I just started talking about nonsense. I'm not very good at playthroughs, so I'm going to try and get better at them so that we can do them one day. But I'm looking forward to the Isle of Armor coming out, and actually I also should probably announce that I'm also working on a review of Prime Empire, which is the newest Ninjago season. I really enjoyed that season actually, a massive step up from Secrets of the Spidjitzu last year. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you all for coming and watching. If you really did enjoy the video, please feel free to subscribe for more, and I will see you soon. Thank you all. Good. Hey guys, post-editing Saturn here. Hope you enjoyed that, first of all. We've got some new stuff coming out for Pokemon Sword and Shield, hopefully a full review, rather than a playthrough, because, well, I recorded episode 1 and it, let's just say it didn't go so well. As for uploads in the future, I know I'm terrible when it comes to uploading, but I am planning to do more uploads more frequently. And the big project, that's going to be something that is going to hopefully impress you guys, because it really is something that I'm putting a lot of effort into. As for the last upload, for those of you who watched the teaser for Pokemon Yin and Yang, my fan games, for those of you who enjoyed that trailer, and I did say at the end there will be a gameplay trailer coming soon, that is still happening. I'm just waiting on a couple of things. We're just going to further development a little bit before doing that. But we have got some plans, but more importantly, if you guys want to come and give us a hand with that, I would really appreciate it. Just let me know on Discord. There'll be a link in the description where you can contact me, and also just let me know on Twitter and Instagram, or on Poke community forums. I have set up a page there for Yin Yang. There is a little thread that you can talk to, add into. So that's really all I need to say, but I hope you guys are looking forward to the Isle of Armor coming out soon. I know I am, and I'm really hoping to be able to produce more content as well. So see you guys soon. Bye.